Hello everybody and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Red. So in between episodes I did a little look into how we can completely finish up this build so that we can just set it and forget it. Well, to do that I punched out a couple of holes here just to find where we reran the table. I kind of forgot exactly where I had run the table, so let's go ahead and patch this hole up here because we know exactly where our table is now, which comes out right here. And if we remember, we have the main cable coming in here that has our quartz fiber attached to the interface. Now the interface is attached to our main system, and this other cable is hooked up over here to our ME controller. So we have a full 8 channels, up to 32 going out to that cable there if we upgrade the cable. But at this point in time, we're not too concerned about that. So what we're going to do is, while this has been working absolutely beautifully in the background here, as you can see, we're starting to get a lot of blocks of material here. That's exactly what we wanted to see. We have a lot of this other stuff here that we don't want. We're going to clear that up this episode as well. So without any, messing around here, let's go ahead and jump right in. First off, we're going to need about 4 storage buses. So let's get the system primed for that and ordered. There we go, there's our 4 storage buses. We're also going to need at least 2 export buses. So let's grab 2 of those. We've got some acceleration cards already made up. We're also going to need a couple of capacity cards here. Let's make about 6 of them for the moment, although I think all we're really going to need is 4. We'll just grab them all and take them all anyways. There's our 2 export buses. We've got some cabling on us. Yes, we do. Let's grab our storage buses. That got made up for us. Excellent. And let's see, what else are we going to need to complete this build? I really think that should be everything that we're going to need. So let's go ahead and get this build underway. Or should I say completely wrapped up. I know it's been a long time coming. I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of seeing me work on this build. But when you're, trying to automate, as much as we have already automated, it does take some time. So, I appreciate you guys following and watching, and hopefully, like I said, this has given you some ideas on how to make your own ME system do all of the work for you, essentially. So we're going to set 1 export bus right there. Let's go ahead and run a piece of cabling over there and to right there. I did go ahead and place a couple of cable anchors because remember, we want to keep this cable separate. This is the cable that goes to our primary applied energistics over there. So if we don't keep this separate, this no longer becomes a sub-network. This becomes part of the network, but we want to keep it a sub-network. Luckily, the export bus does not count as connecting to this interface. It basically just treats this interface as a storage device. And that's all we're going to do. Because in here we are going to throw 2 of our capacity cards so that it is fully upgraded. We will also get our acceleration cards and put that in there. And now we will come back over here and we will grab all of our blocks that we have. If I can spell. There we go. So we've got aluminum blocks, we've got our copper, we've got our gold, we've got our iron, our lead, our silver, tin, ferrous, and osmium. That's everything that we've gotten so far. As we start getting more, we will have to expand the system. So as of right now, actually 1 export bus is going to do us just fine. So here we go. We can just go ahead and load this up with all of the blocks that we have here. It holds 9 slots. We have 9 blocks. That is perfect. I was expecting to have more. And if we come over here and take a look, we can see that those blocks are being pulled out of this subsystem and they are getting thrown into our full-blown ME system. At least they should be. Well, our aluminum blocks left. How come our gold blocks have not left yet? Because it's sucking out the copper right now, that's why. So there we go, there goes all of the copper blocks. There goes the gold, now it's sucking out the blocks of iron. Like I said, all of that is coming right down here. If we get down here in time, we should be able to see, if we look up our iron blocks, this number going up. And we didn't make it in time. That's okay. We look at our ferrous, there's 106 ferrous. So I assure you guys it is, you know, moving all of those items over to here. So that's awesome. You know, we got that going on. Let's see what else that we have in here that we can, you know, start cleaning up. Well, we have our diorite, we have our granite, we have our andesite somewhere. There it is, andesite, and we have our marble and limestone. So actually we're going to need one more storage bus than I anticipated. That's fine, we can order one up while we start moving barrels. I decided that I would rather have you know, those available to me should I decide to use them in the future for something, rather than just, you know, completely voiding them from the get-go. I mean, let's face it, guys, we already have you know, all of these barrels already made. It's not going to take anything to upgrade them so that they are void barrels. So that's what we're going to do. We will grab our andesite first. Let's come up here. And with these, you know, we're not going to be real concerned about the placement. You know, because these are the important ones. I mean, shoot, we could almost make a completely separate line here and put these on that separate line if we wanted to, somewhere down here. But keep in mind, we still have a few more things that we need to process, but I want to get a few more of them, like emerald ore. And I mean, we do have some, that's not what I wanted to do. We do have some diamond ore, but you know, we don't have any emerald ore. We don't have any other type of ores like the ruby ore or anything like that. I mean, we got some of this tanzanite, got some of this amber ore. Well, we do have sapphire ore. I wouldn't mind getting ruby and peridot ore as well. Those can be useful at times, especially for you know, Project Red items. So, you know, we do have a few things in here that, you know, we are going to want to be able to you know, keep around and utilize. So I think for the moment we're just going to place our andesite there, and we will wrench this so that, you know, it's looking all nice and pretty. We will come down here and we will move these barrels as well. So there's our diorite. So anyway, guys, I hope you have had a great week so far, and I hope you all are looking forward to the weekend. I know I do have an episode that should be coming out. Some of you may have already seen it over on my Twitch stream, but I did actually stream the server here. I believe it was, by the time this episode comes out, it would have been about 3-4 days ago, Tuesday. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. We got a few new faces over there on the Minecraft server, and you know, we just went on there, had a good time, got a lot of building done. If you guys you know, checked out my server play, you know, from with One Ocean 10, it's actually the same exact server. We just decided that, you know, we were going to, continue on without him. You know, Ocean's a great guy and whatnot, but he has become very busy as of late, and he really hasn't had much time to hop on and play like he would like to. So, you know, I didn't want to, you know, completely halt the series, because I've actually, you know, done quite a lot of the work over there on that server, and you know, I didn't want to see it go to the wayside, because there's a lot of things over there on that server that I have done, some of which you guys will see if you decide to turn into that live stream that I did, and that should be up on the channel either today when this video comes out, or I might save it for a weekend thing, just kind of, you know, kind of a bonus type ordeal, a bonus recording, if you will. But it is all uploaded, ready to go. I just have to decide exactly when I want to release it to you guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and set up these storage buses here. There we go. Storage buses are set up. Everything is looking good. This is off. Yes, it is. We're also going to need a storage bus up here. Guess I really didn't need that extra one because I had forgotten all about our marble. And I, again, forgot that the marble actually was already set up out here. So that's taking up our 8 lines there. And now we need to figure out what we're going to do with this one. So I guess what we're going to have to do, unfortunately, as much as I really don't want to, because for whatever reason it's not connecting to our dense cable here, let us go ahead and we will just throw this storage bus on the side there, and then we will run the cable there, and that should allow it to connect. There it goes. We will partition it, turn up the storage space, or the storage priority, and there we go. Now we can just go ahead and empty our inventory of all this crap that we have. Excellent. Now if we come over here, we can take a look at our storage cells. That one's empty. That still has quite a bit in it. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly hot swap them just like that. So any of the extra stuff is going to go into that storage cell. And we will grab our IO port again, which I do believe I brought back downstairs. I sure did. So let's come back up here and we will place down jump. Thank you. Sorry guys, I just had a brief thought about what I was doing. Anyway, yeah, we're going to throw down our IO port right there. You know, this is going to take up 3 channels now. That's not a big deal. And we're just going to dump everything back into the system, clear out this drive. There we go. Everything should be sorted now. Everything's back in this drive that should be there. Everything that should not be there should be out in the barrels. Everything is looking both hunky and dory. Excellent. I love it when a plan comes together. We will come back over here, and I'm not sure if we taught this thing how to make structures. We sure did. Let's make 4 tier 1 structures, or mark 1, 4 mark 2s. Excellent. We will make 4 storage upgrades. Excellent. And let's get 4 void upgrades as well. There we go. So now let's go upgrade these barrels, and we won't have to worry about you know, any of this stuff ever again. Because, well, it is completely upgraded. It will fill the barrels up, and once the barrels get full, as we know with the void upgrade, it will just continue to shove the stuff into the barrel, and the barrel will basically say, nope, can't accept anymore, so I am going to delete whatever you give me. So There's that, and there's that. Apparently I had a spare one in my inventory that I didn't see. That's fine. Does that mean that we're missing one? No, everyone seems to have a void upgrade. I'm not exactly sure where that extra void upgrade came from, but you know what? I'm not going to complain too much. So now if we take a look, everything's all nice and sorted. Now let's work on the trash. We definitely have to take out this trash because, again, there's a lot of stuff in here that we are not going to want. And so the only way to do that is literally to just get rid of it. How are we going to do that though? Let's see. I want to put this somewhere on a line where we can have more channels accessible to it without chewing up a lot of channel resources. So what if we just put it right here for now? We can get our export bus and we can put it there. And if we take a look at the channel usage over here, we should be still under the 8. Yep, we got 2 channels. So that's perfect because we have the 2 export buses now, one on the ME controller and one on the trash can. So what don't we want in here? Well, we don't want, let's see here, we don't want this Miner's Delight. So any Miner's Delight that we get is going to get voided. We definitely want the Infusion Stone. Cobble's got its own barrel. And we're not going to want this amber ore, and we're not going to want this tanzanite. There's really no use for them at all. Salt, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's Pam's Harvest Craft salt. And we can break that down to get salt. But if we take a look here, we can see that for, even mechanism salt, we either take a salt block and enrich it. We can use gaseous brine to get salt, or the straight up Pam's Harvest Craft. We have the compressed salt block, which is interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, we just take some sort of water and a pot and we can make all the salt that we want. So I think we're also going to, just get rid of the salt as well. Because like I said, we can just set up an autonomous activator. Wow. A cyclic assembler and just have it, automatically take care of that. Looks like we did not set up our pulverizer here to deal with dense ferrous ore, which is odd. I could have sworn we did, but we did not. That's fine. We will throw that in there. Again, this system isn't 100% perfect. As we start getting more stuff in, we'll obviously have to, work on it a little bit here and there just to make sure that it is acting appropriately. So there we go, a couple of acceleration cards. Throw our salt, our tanzanite, amber ore, and Miner's Delight. Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We are good to go. It is getting rid of that junk. So, where do we want to go from here? Well, like I said, we have this diamond ore here. And in order to get the most out of this diamond ore, we can either use the enrichment chamber, which is fine, or we can use another pulverizer, a side mill, but that only gives us a 25% chance for a secondary diamond. We want to make sure that we get both diamonds out of this. Or we can just leave it be for the time being, and pull out the diamond ore as we need it and use our pickaxe with looting 3 on it to get upwards of 3 to 4 diamonds per operation, per break of ore. Plus, we also get our experience from there. We got quite a bit of experience from breaking that down. So I think for the time being, we are going to leave the diamond ore as well. Apatite ore. We did not set anything up for apatite. Let's take a look here. Well, we get 12 out of a pulverizer with an output of sulfur as well. That might not be a bad thing, because our only source of sulfur right now is actually grinding up blaze rods. Yeah, you know, we grind up blaze rods. We could do netherrack, which only has a 15% chance in the side mill. Our coal has a, you know, 100% chance, or sorry, a 10% chance. Crusher, 50% chance from blaze rod, 15 from nether quartz. Oh, that's kind of an iffy one. I'm gonna have to think about that one and what we want to do with this apatite. I mean, we've got 412 pieces of it right now. I guess for the time being, what we're going to do is we're going to move this torch yet again because, well, it keeps getting in the way. There we go. Check our lighting, make sure our lighting is still okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves another barrel just for this apatite ore, just so it's not taking up room in the system. So we will get a barrel. There we go. We've already got a void upgrade, that's cool. Let's grab ourselves a storage upgrade. Start, yes. And structure upgrade. Mark 1 and Mark 2. Excellent, beautiful, glorious, grand, great. Hey, up the stairs, dude. There we go. And for this one, we will just put it right here for the time being. With our last storage bus. Hey, look at that. We've already got cable hooked up to it, so let's grab our structure upgrades, our storage upgrades. Excellent. You know what, we will just go ahead, because there's not that much. We will just grab it all, throw it in the barrel, call it good. So now I think for the time being, until we start getting more and more stuff in here, we will just go ahead and close that back up. And actually, I do want to check and make sure. Because this is going to have a double spot on it. Let's go ahead and light that up. We're also going to come and get a facade real quick. We will come down here, grab ourselves a couple more anchors, about like so. We will take this single cobblestone that we had left over, and now we've got a nice little facade, which if we come back over here, see we have this cable protruding here, facade on that, and hey, now let's light, there's absolutely nothing there. How cool is that? So guys, at this point in time, I am going to call that a completed mining processing build. If we come back over here, we can flip on our lever. Let's also fill in the hole here. There we go, make everything look nice and tidy. And if we look, we're you know, pulling in a bunch of good stuff here again. This import bus seems to be struggling a little bit to keep up with what we're pulling in. Oh, there it goes. Just had to get up to speed. So there we go. It's pulling everything in. It is putting all of the stuff where it should be going. And we are generating lots and lots and lots of amazing ore. You know, this system out here is working flawlessly now since we've you know, found an auto packaging process that works properly. and isn't giving us those canisters from Tinker's Construct, or those bearings, tin bearings for railcraft gears. I'm excited. It's nice to have the, you know, ores just flowing in now. We should really never have to worry about, you know, any ore ever again as far as metal goes, because if we look, you know, we have almost 1,200 blocks of copper now. We have almost 400 blocks of gold, a little over 400 blocks of iron, 300 blocks of lead. You know, we have quite a bit of stuff, which is absolutely awesome. We still might have to figure out something to do with our redstone and lapis, because they are not being processed as of yet. But as far as the primary ores for metals, we are completely set on those. So perhaps next episode, we will, you know, put the final touches on this processing system, and you know, be done and finished with it. You know, between episodes, I'll make the machines that we need to handle our redstone, our lapis. Like I said, I think diamond we may keep out of that processing, just because it also gives experience. I know lapis and redstone does too, but I know a way that we can get an absolute ridiculous amount of redstone and lapis that will be far superior than us breaking it down by hand and getting the experience. So if you like this episode, guys, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe to see more content just like this, as well as hitting that notification icon. That'll let you know when I have uploaded new episodes. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Irish Red Gaming. Also, check me out on Facebook / Irish Red Gaming. If you have other people that you know would be interested, or you think would be interested in this, please share it with them. You know, if they're into Minecraft and, you know, wanna, you know how to build stuff or anything, please feel free, let them know about me. You know, send them the link or whatever. And, you know, everybody is greatly appreciated. Everybody is welcome. And as I always tell everybody, there's no such thing as a stupid question, just the stupid answers you may get in return. So feel free to bring whatever questions you have about Minecraft to me, and I will answer them to my fullest ability. And if I don't know, well, then I will definitely, you know, see what I can do to you know, find the answers for you guys. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you found this somewhat informative, and I will definitely talk to you in the next video. See ya.